Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Matt back with another episode of Matter of Fact MMA. So, we are coming off a UFC 286 weekend where Leon Rocky Edwards defeated Kamaru Usman, defending his welterweight championship. I actually called that in my prediction video, as well as in the co-main event. Your boy took a L. I chose Rafael Fiziev going in there. I don't know why I didn't go along with Justin Gaethje. I mean, I should have. I mean, I've never been accused of being the smartest man in the world, but I should have and didn't. But nevertheless, Justin Gaethje takes that fight. That was a really good fight as well. So much you can really say about that overall show. Great performance by Leon Rocky Edwards. I had Leon Edwards up 4 rounds to 1, even with the point loss to Kamaru. But that was a heck of a fight. I could definitely see where there'd be a case where Fiziev should have won the Justin Gaethje fight, but I do feel like even though I picked Fiziev, that Justin Gaethje definitely did take that one. So that was also a good fight. Shout out to Veronica Hardy, who I'm a huge fan of. Dan Hardy, watch his podcast and everything. It was good to see her take that win when a lot of people count her out, bet against her and everything. That was pretty cool to see. So nevertheless, it was a great show, a lot of good fights. But one of the most interesting things coming out of that actually was to do with someone that wasn't even on the show, and that's with Colby Chaos Covington. So, essentially, what happened last week is Colby Chaos Covington weighed in as the backup fighter for the main event. Basically, something the UFC does just in case Kamaru can't make it to the cage, misses weight, gets sick, anything like that the night before the fight. They've got somebody to walk in his place. Same thing for Leon Edwards. Apparently, Leon Edwards didn't even know. I'm not sure about Kamaru Usman, but Leon apparently is claiming he didn't know Kobe was going to be the backup fighter. I believe possibly his manager knew, maybe kept that from him as to not, mess with his head going into the fight. But apparently he didn't find out until Kobe showed up, although I don't know if I believe that, but that's what they're saying. So he shows up. Of course, both guys went on to fight, so he wasn't really needed there. He made weight and everything, but he wasn't really needed. Then after, in the post-fight press conference, Dana White, Big Money Dana, Long Money Dana, Daddy Warbucks Dana White, he comes out and he starts talking about the next challenger for the welterweight title is going to be Colby Covington. And I see where this kind of blew up, everywhere. Ariel's talking about it. Multiple people on different shows are talking about it. They're talking about it all over Instagram, all over the internet, basically. If you follow MMA, that, this is crazy. Kobe doesn't deserve this title shot. Why are they doing this? What's going on? And I think there's an angle of this that a lot of people may have missed. So that was the only reason I want to talk on that real quick. Personally, I feel like that definitely Kobe is in play. Now, let's just, first off, I'm not a Colby Covington fan, so let's get that out the way. Throw it out the back door. I'm not a fan of his, and he doesn't deserve a title shot. I mean, the man's been off for like a year or over a year. He hasn't fought, and the last person he beat is Jorge Masvidal, who I'm a fan of, but I think his better days are probably behind him. So that win doesn't do a lot for me, him beating Masvidal. So I feel like Kobe definitely doesn't deserve a title shot. So with that being said, I think the angle that everyone missed is Dana plays a lot of in front of the camera, in front of the journalists, negotiation tactics and games. So I feel like that him saying that Kobe was going to be next is more of a negotiation tactic than anything. I'm not saying that Kobe won't get the shot, because he does move the needle. In any combat sport, if you have a guy that's hated by everybody, people will pay to see that guy get beat up. That's just how that works. So he's always going to be a draw. But I feel like Dana leaning so heavy into Kobe's next especially considering if Jorge wins the fight in Miami against Gilbert Burns, I could definitely see them making a ton of money off of Jorge versus Leon Edwards for the welterweight title, even though he doesn't deserve a shot, but at least he would have beat Gilbert Burns. So I just think that was a tactic by Dana. I really don't think. I think Colby is definitely in play, but I think what Dana was really doing is he's on air negotiating with Jorge, with Gilbert Burns, I should say, and Bilal Muhammad in the sense of I have a guy, we've already negotiated a number, and he's willing to take the title fight. You other three, two of you all are going to fight it out. He's talking about Bilal Muhammad might face Shavkat Rakhmonov right now. I don't know if that's really going to happen or if Dana was just saying that. But the way that I look at it, he's basically saying to those three guys, hey, this guy is ready to go. We've already negotiated a number. He's ready to fight. Either of you guys that wants to fight for the welterweight title, you can, but you can't come in trying to negotiate too high of a number because I got a guy waiting in the wings. That's how I read that. Regardless, I mean, the UFC doesn't give a D. The UFC will literally have anybody fight anybody just to make a buck. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they'll put Conor in a heavyweight title fight if they got to. They just want the money. That's just how that is. But nevertheless, that's kind of how I saw it. I feel like it was just a negotiation tactic. But regardless, I mean, it is what it is when you're dealing with Colby Covington. The guy talked his way into his position, and it's going to be hard to knock him out of that position because he really is a good fighter. But I don't feel like he deserves a welterweight title shot. Out of everybody I've talked about, I'd say the guy that deserves it the most is going to be Bilal Muhammad. That's outside of Hamzat, who I believe is going to go ahead and move up to middleweight. So I think he's kind of taken out of the running. But nevertheless, that's just kind of how I saw that. Again, it was a great show. This weekend we have Corey Sandhagen. He's going to be stepping in there against Chito Vera, my guy Chito Vera. So that's going to be cool to see. So we'll be talking about that a little bit later in the week. Just wanted to drop in with you guys, see what's going on, let you know how I felt about a couple of the co-main events, the two main fights, as well as good old Colby Covington crawled out from under a rock and showed his face. So that's kind of how I see that. Let me know. Matter of fact, MMA, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you agree or if you disagree. It's all good, brother. Go ahead and disagree. It's all good. I appreciate you all for watching these videos and everything. And until I see you again, peace.